Okay, it's home improvement. I'm upholstering this top on this stool was made of faux leatherette vinyl nastiness. Any number of naga were killed in the making of the naga hide thing, and I'm using actual cow or lamb or some beast, and I'm putting that over the naga, the hide of naga, and the staples I have in my staple gun are too long, so I am using the next best thing. I'm using labels as my bonding device. Now, most upholsterers don't use this system, but it really, really works. So you crimp it together like that. You take off a carefully measured amount, and you make sure to not cover the little screw holes, because there's 4 little screws or bolts, I guess, that hold the seat down onto the legs, and they are right here. Where are they? Right there. Now, how does this look so far? It looks great. Imagine if you brought this to an upholsterer. How much would they charge for doing this exact same system? Except they wouldn't be using my patented label thing. Now, yes, I know what you're saying. I know you're saying, Pierre, can you just do it right? Can you just go buy staples that actually are used for upholstery? And I could say, oh, sure, of course I can, but what fun is that when you have labels that you can use? I'm not showing you my work here because it's patented. Now, let me just move this so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. See this staple, see if I can pry this up, because yes, this staple was going to end up in someone's butt right there. And so will this one. So we have to use our special, there we go, tool. Okay, so let's just trim off this excess. This I can use for some other home repair project. Where's my, see, I'm halfway done. Now I suppose purists out there would be saying, well, you have to start at 6 o'clock and go to 12 o'clock and then go back to 3 o'clock, and you do it that way. And I can do that too, I suppose, to have it sort of gathered evenly. But this is a round thing. This is not a funny shape. So I have a feeling that this is either going to work great or it's going to work poorly. Now the only snafu in this entire ointment, now is bug in the ointment, snafu. The snafus in ointments is if by adding this extra, 1/16 of an inch of thickness, or whatever the thickness is that I'm adding, is that going to be too much thickness for the screws? Well, we'll find that out, and maybe, oops, to take this one out, that one out too. Why didn't I take these out? Where's my director that's supposed to be seeing this? Where's my studio assistant? Where's my key grip? Where's my best boy? That's what I need. I need a best boy. I don't even know what a best boy does in a movie, but they get a credit for it, so whatever they do, they must do it well. Okay, take that one out. Okay, I'm almost done. You know, gravity just gets in my way. These things fall on the ground, and then I have to stoop over. Now again, that's something that the best boy should do. He's the one that's supposed to bend over. Right? Is that what best boys do? They bend over. Key grip. Okay. Well, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this because it may completely not work. I may be wasting my time. Yes, I'm entertaining you. You. I'm entertaining you. Gravity. That's part of why I'm doing this, why I'm taking a movie of me doing this, so I'm entertaining my thousands of followers. Yeah, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, holes, bolt holes. Okay, let's see if this works. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I also have another one. I've got a second one of these. And if I have 2 of them, I'll have a pair. Well, that's obvious. But because there's 2, I'm twice as inspired as I would be if I had only 1. Okay, screwdriver. So the pressure of this screw, the 4 screws, holding the... See, I did that one right. I'm not just going to the 3 o'clock from the 12 o'clock, I'm going to the 6 o'clock from the 12 o'clock. Are you screwing in or not? God damn you. I think you are. I think this is working. I like stools in my studio because they take up less room than do chairs. And oftentimes they have wheels on them. And oftentimes they are somewhat portable, like this one. This one folds up and lays flat. Slightly less flat now that I've added another 1/16 of an inch to its depth. I have a feeling that if I tighten these much, the threads are going to get screwed, so I'm not going to tighten them as much as maybe I would if this was a piece of quality furniture. There we go, look at that. Now yes, there's some little points that you see there, but that's okay. Nice, that's nice. See? Is that not nice? I think that's pretty nice. I would say that's pretty nice. Gray. Gray is almost my color. It's the color of most of me is gray. Part of me is black. My soul is black. Gray's a good... Okay, where did my other one go? Hold on. God damn it. Here's the other one. See, this is what it looked like before. which is fine, except it had a rip in it. So I had to change it. Now, the only thing that could screw up right here is if these bolts don't come out. If one is, stripped or something, rusted in place. That's happened in my life. I have a pair of things, whatever they are, book ends or bookcases or wheels for a bicycle or something, and I need to replace them, and I end up taking one of them off and the other one doesn't come off, or the other one somehow doesn't work. And I end up throwing both of them away, and the hour that I spent trying to fix them is lost forever. Lost forever. So now I take my pizza pie here and I measure it on my piece of leather. Now, can I take it out of this corner? No. I have to take it out of the, is that okay? Underneath all that nastiness? Yes, take it out of that corner right there. Now the reason I'm doing this right now rather than some other time of my life is we're having an opening in a little tiny bit of time, and I thought I would have these stools down in the gallery so some of us that are old and get tired easily of standing, we can rest our weary bones. That's what happens when you get old, by the way. Your bones get weary. Just letting you know. So you can plan ahead. Note to self, bones will get weary. I heard a guy on the internet say so. Now I could also probably get some glue and have glued this down, but that requires getting glue and spending more time and letting it dry. And how boring is that to watch? You'd rather watch me struggle with my labels, I think. I think that's what you want to do. That's why you're watching my channel. You just want to watch my struggles. Uh-oh, this is really... This area it seemed really sort of weak. It was easily tearing. So that might be a weak point in our little system here. Maybe not, we'll see. I'm a relatively impatient person. I want things done immediately. I don't like having to wait. I would be a horrible chef. Put in the oven for an hour. What are you talking about? I'm hungry now. Baked potatoes? No. That's not going to happen. We're just going to have microwavable French fries. That'll work. This probably won't surprise you about me. I had one of my favorite clocks in my house at one time. I don't have it anymore. It finally broke on me. But I normally don't need an alarm clock to wake me up because I get up at 5 in the morning almost every day of my life. But occasionally I have to take an airplane trip. And the airplane trip, I'm always afraid of being late for an airplane. So I'm of course anxious, and it takes me forever to fall asleep because I think I'm going to oversleep. So I need to set an alarm when I have a trip I have to take on an airplane. So I would do that. I would go to my clock, and it was a beautiful, beautiful clock that it's really a nice dial and lots of little numbers and words on it. It was very complicated. It looked like something that came off of a boiler gauge or valve of a nuclear submarine. It had way more information on the dial than you would think you would need to set an alarm. And I would set it for 4 hours. Now, I normally need more than 4 hours worth of sleep, but I couldn't. 4 hours was the most it could time. It was a kitchen timer. Oh, I don't need to do that. I need to do this. It's a kitchen timer. And you would, the longest time that you could set it for was 4 hours, which I think was like a 10-pound turkey or something. You could set it for an hour. You'd set it for a baked potato. There was a little thing on the dial that said baked potato, and you set it for the baked potato. Or the 3-minute egg, you'd set it at 3 minutes. You know, that was easy. But a baked potato, it doesn't say, the name of the potato is not hour-long potato, it's baked potato. So you had to find baked potato on the dial, and you'd set the dial for baked potato, which was about an hour. Now I would have to set my alarm clock, for a 20-pound turkey, because that was 4 hours, or whatever the 4 hours was. I forget what it was, but 4 hours was the longest that you'd ever have to cook something, according to this thing. So I would set it for 4 hours, and I would wake up. It would buzz, bzzz, and where did that screw go? Somewhere in I'll find it later. Finish my story here. So I would go to bed at 10. At 2 o'clock in the morning, it would buzz. I would go downstairs, go into the kitchen, set it to another baked potato. No, I'm sorry, set it for another turkey, another 20-pound turkey, and go back to sleep, and hopefully it would let me know at 6 in the morning when to get up, when the turkey was done. So, why am I telling you this? I don't know. It shouldn't surprise you, though, that that's how I do things. Okay, where is that screw? Here I am I found it. Look, what do you know? I get down on my hands and knees. That's what the best boy is supposed to be doing. I get down on my hands and knees, and underneath my left hand is this little screw. There we go. Look at that. A pair of them, both of them. I got 2 stools. And now both of them match. Not just one, but 2, and both match, both of them. There we go. Upholstery 101.